the go-to for the how-to. You know that you want to get beautiful. Prims.
Hi Primpers! Today I am going to be talking to you guys about how to apply that really kind of professional makeup look. Now, sometimes we just want to look like we've had our makeup professionally done, and not always can we go in and kind of have the masters work their magic and do their thing. So today what I'm going to show you guys is some of the key secrets and key steps to getting that really kind of professional finish. So firstly, what we're going to do is prime. Now, primer is pretty much a makeup artist's best friend because what it does is it smooths your complexion, it fills in kind of fine lines and pores, and it just gives you that perfect kind of airbrushed finish. So this is the Studio Secret Smoothing Resurfacing Primer from L'Oreal, and what it does, it kind of feels, it's got this really amazing texture. It's so soft. And what I'm going to do is just apply that to areas that kind of need it. So you don't have to put it all over your face, but I'm going to kind of put it around my nose, around my eye area, like this, where kind of fine lines appear, and on my forehead. So basically on your T-zone, as well as the areas where you find your skin isn't quite as perfect as it should be. And a little bit on my chin as well. Next, you want to counteract any redness. So this is the anti-redness primer, and basically green counteracts red. So if you find that you have a little bit of rosacea or even just red capillaries kind of around the nose or wherever it might be, this is a product. Now you only need a tiny little bit, because what it does, I'm just going to get it out, is it just kind of counteracts all that. So I've got that on my fingertips. You just kind of need a tiny bit and just put it where redness tends to occur. So for me, it's around my nose, just in here. And you can already see that when you blend that in, the redness just starts to go, and a little bit on my forehead as well, and on my cheeks. So you can put it kind of a little bit on my chin. Now you don't want too much of this, and you really want to make sure it's blended well. So next up is all about your foundation. Now I love using a foundation with some kind of built-in applicator, whether it's a sponge or this particular one here is the L'Oreal Studio Secrets High Definition Smoothing Foundation, and it comes with this really great little brush. So what you want to do is just squeeze it into the top here, and then use the brush to really blend the foundation. Now start in the middle of your face and blend outwards, and what that does is it really stops you from getting foundation in your hairline, because we don't want that. Okay, now that your foundation is applied all over, you really want to make sure it's really well blended around the jawline as well as around the hairline. We're moving on to contouring of the face. Now I think a blush, we all know that with blush this season it's all about the beautiful peach shades and bronzing shades, and this is the Duo blush from the L'Oreal Secrets collection, and it's amazing because it's got two steps. So you've got your perfect peachy apricot shade as number one, and then number two is your bronzer, which is more of a matte finish, which is great because the blush itself has a little bit of a luminosity to it, but the bronzer is quite matte, which is great because you won't end up looking overly kind of luminized. So I'm going to start, now I'm no Ray Morris, but I'm going to start by applying my blush from the apples of my cheeks up towards my hairline. Now I don't normally use this shape brush, but it's the only one that we had in the office. So if you want to use like a big fluffy brush or a big blush brush, you can. Otherwise these kind of fan brushes work as well. So I'm just using it to highlight the top of my cheeks and the apples as well. And you can go, you know, it's a really beautiful pigmented colour, but you don't have to go too heavy or too light. You just want to kind of apply a nice wash of blush to your cheeks. Then I'm going to use step 2 and apply that kind of to the high points on my face, so the top of my forehead, down the ridge of my nose, a little bit around here, and then you can also use it to contour, which means you get quite a bit of that bronzer on the brush, and you just go in underneath, so you work in underneath your cheekbone, and what that does is it gives you that beautiful kind of cut complexion. Just adds a little bit more depth, I guess, to your cheekbones. And if you want to go over the top with a little bit more of that apricot colour, you can. And that's just a really natural shape. Now, moving on to the eyes, an eyelash primer is actually something that a lot of the professionals use. And what that does is it helps set your mascara and it helps just make your lashes look even longer as well. So this one here, they're normally white. And you just start by applying that to your lashes before going over it with a mascara. And it just kind of helps everything stay put, which we like. Now, normally you can curl, you can not curl depending on what you like, but always go over it with the mascara. Next up, Primpers, it's all about getting your eyeshadow right. And you know that Zoe and I and everyone at Primp bang on about having the correct eyeshadow for your eye color. So for me, I have blue eyes, so I tend to go for more gold and bronze kind of shades because that really enhances the blue. So you want to look at your eye shade and go with the color on the opposite side of the color wheel, because that's what's really going to make your eyes stand out the most. Now, this is a really beautiful kind of gold shimmery color eyeshadow, which is perfect for me, especially if you want just a soft, fresh daytime look. And it's number 630. So I'm just going to apply a sweep of this over my entire eyelid. Now, of course, if you wanted to go over it with a deeper shade, more bronze or brown, and kind of go into the contours, you can. But for today, I'm just going to leave it like this, just a soft gold wash of color. And finally, for the 5th step, it's all about your lips, obviously, because no look is complete without your lips. So what I've got here is this perfect kind of nudie color lipstick. And what this does, I guess, is tie your cheeks and your eyes together. You want your lips, cheeks, and eyes to all work in harmony together. So, because today's look is really fresh and really kind of simple yet sophisticated with that perfect kind of dewy skin underneath, I'm just going to apply this lipstick first. Then I think just a little pop of gloss on top. Now I'm only going to apply it to the middle of my mouth today, because by doing that you make your lips look bigger. So that's a little secret. So just apply it to the middle rather than across your whole mouth. So just these middle bits. And that's it, Primpers. A really simple 5 steps to a flawless skin to give you that beautiful kind of professional finish. See you later.